everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over a Night to Remember event and event objectives in which Sir Gwayne is added to the game. So let's go over him as well as everything else. As far as getting him, I would definitely advise it is an epic, so you can get the arcanes for 200 glory each. You can use these on things like Valkyrie and Garuda. Both are really good options. It also gives pure red trait stones, which is still the rarest of any of the common ones, mainly because, not that they're any rarer, but because more things use minor fire trait stones than any of the other minor trait stones, so do keep that in mind. Definitely good value to get it. And as far as Sir Gwayne himself, he creates 8 blues and 8 browns and then summons 1 to 3 Swords Edge troops. He is the first troop ever added to the game that is able to summon multiple troops, which is going to make him really good in Guild Wars. That must be what the GW stands for in his name. He also has 50% bonus this week, as the bonus is for all Swords Edge and for all knights for the week. As far as his traits, they are pretty bad. He just gives 2 life to all knights. He gains 3 to all stats. This is a new one. Whenever he is in last slot, he's currently the only troop that has this, though I'm pretty sure quite a few troops may be getting this into the future. And he has armored, which is a pretty useless trait, and the fact that you may be putting him in last slot makes it even more useless. One other thing is his magic doesn't actually scale off of anything, so even though he's gaining 3 to magic, he's not using it for anything that he does. But the fact that he creates blues and browns, that'll be really useful, as there are a lot of Swords Edge troops that use both of those 2 colors. So a really good troop to consider for Guild Wars. Out of it, you probably won't use it too much, but as you'll see when we go into the event objectives, we do get 5 additional glory whenever we use him within a battle. So let me go and do a battle with him real quick. Obviously, any glory week, you will mostly want to focus on your 1 trophy battles if you can. The main reason for this is you will you still get the 5 bonus glory regardless if it's a 1 trophy or a 3 trophy. So you might as well just do them as quickly as possible with whatever team you want to set up. I'm going to be doing this team. It's slightly cheaper than the other one I was going to do, just with a double Emperor Corvash. You can also do an honor up front with a guard's avatar in 3rd slot, which also will work pretty well, or you can just use any triple team that you normally use with Sir Gwayne in the last slot. So let's go do this real quick. We'll want to get the Apothecary up real quick, do the double Corvash. I think we'll need about 3 to 4 casts. Ideally, we'd be able to do it in 2 casts, so we won't always get enemies that are that weak, unfortunately. So right off the starting board, not really too good as far as what we can take. I guess we will go for the blue and hope for a green. We do not get it. I can just focus down all the blues if I really want to get all of my mana, and I think we will just do that. So we get all of our blues. It does look like he's got a rock worm. As long as that rock worm misses, we should be good to go to kill him out pretty quick. Well, we'll just have to go for a standard brown. Anytime that we won't be able to do this in the single shots, we'll end up slowing it down slightly, but we'll just get down our double Corvash. We have our Apothecary up, so that will assist us greatly in what we are about to do. So we'll go and throw the double Corvash. He'll get Skull distracted. Corvash, Corvash, Apothecary, Corvash, and we're pretty much just good to go. There we go. And now we just have to cast it 2 more times. There is the 2nd time. And we will need a 3rd one, unfortunately, but that will get us the double kill. He does go for some of our browns to block us. We can just do it on the green right there. As long as we can cascade a pair, we have enough. Okay, we do not get it. We'll just take a standard pair, and that is enough as long as he doesn't reduce our magic, which he didn't end up doing. Oh, because he's stunned. And there we go. So we'll get our extra 5 glory. You can see right at the end of the battle here, we'll end up getting 9 glory when we should have only gotten 4. So definitely adds up a lot over time. Of course, you can use it in any team. I may just end up using it with like a Dragon Soul Pristine X or something like that if I do end up farming it. But you can see you can get some really weak battles on your 1 trophy. Like this is the kind of battles I was talking about. 12 HP, 13 HP, 16, only 14. Stuff like that is where it really shines through to get you a lot of glory. It would even get us the exact same amount as if we took our 3 trophy battle right here with the Revenge. So it definitely adds up over time and is something to consider. Any week that has a +5 glory is a really good week to farm up all of your glory, as you can end up accumulating quicker than twice the rate that you normally would for glory. So as far as the other event objectives, we have to go and kill a bunch of red and explore. There are a couple places that you can do this. If I'm not mistaken, if I counted correctly, Adana is the highest currently with 7 reds. I don't believe any other kingdom has more than 7, but this will give us the highest amount of chance that there will be a lot of reds here. Of course, we only get 1, but let me go use one of the new Explore teams that is just capable as of this week. Let me go and update this to 3.0, and that, of course, is the 3.0. And that, of course, is the Princess Espeth Bombot Black Manacle combo, preferably with Mechanist class, but I'm staying Death Knight because, of course, Death Knight gets that 25% this week. But we have the Troglodyte. This was just added today from the Guild Wars for anyone who participated in Guild Wars last week. The main reason why this is pretty important is it gives stats, 5 stats to all brown allies, and that, of course, will give our Bombot and our Black Manacles 5 stats to everything, which will help to increase the speed of these battles even more. If you weren't maybe one-shotting them, or if you found this team to be slow in the past, it'll definitely be a lot quicker now. Of course, we are not using the Mechanist class right now. That is a bit unfortunate, but one thing that you can notice right there is that he does get the buff off in time before we end up killing. So we'll never really have to worry about that. All we have to do is just get our Black Manacle mana, just in case that isn't enough to kill. I think I could have just bomb-botted there, though. Pretty sure we already had enough damage. Nope. Okay, good thing I got the Black Manacle, so we'll just use the Black Manacle, take out that last 5 HP, and there we go. And regardless of what your magic and stats really are, that should, assuming you have all the traits to make that work, which would be fully traded Princess Elspeth and fully traded Troglodyte, preferably fully traded Mechanist as well. As long as you have them fully traded, it doesn't really matter what the other stats are, because between the 5 bonus stats to everything and just the combo, it should be enough damage in most instances. And there you go. And you just keep doing that, and we should see more reds there now if we go there again. Yeah, as you can see right here, we end up getting a whole 4 times of red. I'm not going to do that right now, but you get the point. Adana is one of the better kingdoms to try doing that in, but of course you get unlucky sometimes. And the other ones, of course, are 25% to all knights and 25% to all Sword's Edge. So let's go over some troops that are actually decent this week. So here are a couple of them. This is actually, I kind of made this in a team format, though this isn't actually a team, though I guess you could use it. These are 4 troops that are really, really strong this week. Knight Coronet, of course, has 50% bonus and can deal a really, really huge amount of damage. You may want to use it on your defend team in Guild Wars, particularly on a purple day, and maybe even for invading. It does have the leadership, so it's gaining 3 to all stats. It's gaining even more magic off the Warder Spirit if you have a bunch of blue on the team, and has Stone Skin, so it can actually tank out all the skulls. Of course, it has excessively high stats, mainly more so in armor, which does make it pretty weak against true damage, but even then, that's still relatively high compared to other troops. That's even with how low of a armor to HP ratio he has. He still has more HP than most other troops, so that's pretty nice. And as you can see, mine can do about 80 damage in a single cast, because it's going to be gaining 3, so that's 36. It's going to be gaining at least 1, that's 37, and has a 2-to-1 ratio on all purples removed, which in my case will easily bring it to 40, possibly even more towards 45. And it removes all the purples, so you don't need to worry about purples if you happen to not use it on your team. Another thing that's going to be good this week, which is going to be really, really annoying, is the Death Knight class. You can set your Death Knight class, of course, to a Knight, and this will give it 25% extra stats this week. And yeah, we've already seen this everywhere in Guild Wars, and it's going to be even more so everywhere. Queen Ysabeau is also a pretty good choice. Similar problem that it has with Knight Coronet, pretty high armor but lower HP. One really nice thing about it is it can generate a lot of mana for your team, 3 to 8 to everything. It also has a pretty nice attack armor buff that you can do to start poking them down. It's also pretty good with a lot of the other troops that are good this week, since she is a Sword's Edge troop, and she gives +2 armor to all humans every single turn. And the last one, of course, is the new one that just came in, Sir Gwayne. He will be insanely good in Guild Wars. I'm pretty sure they added them specifically for Guild Wars. And it was even said that red is, on the forum, there's a poll, and currently it's at about 50% saying that red is the hardest day. So Sir Gwayne should be able to help with that, to make a red day a little bit easier. And to help with that even some more, I did end up making a team for Red Day. Ragnagord, Nakriza, Bonnie Rose, and Sir Gwayne. Not sure if I will actually be using this myself. I may do it for at least one battle, but let's see how it fends against a whatever we're up against right now. So we do have 2 summons in this team, which will help to make sure if one of them accidentally die to a Devour or to a Death Mark, that will still have a option. We have the Bonnie Rose as our main damage source. We have Ragnagord up front for our mana generation. I have the banner set to a +1 on red and +1 on yellow. You can also set it to a +1 on red-brown instead. You definitely want the +1 on red, and the other +1 you could either designate to try to get Ragnagord up even quicker initially, or you can just put it to your Sir Gwayne if you want to play it safer. One thing to note is that you may need to switch up the order some, like putting maybe Bonnie Rose all the way in last slot if they happen to have a Kraken, as you do want to try keeping your summons alive as much as you can. So we'll move this right over, hope we get a Surge, and we do not, unfortunately. So the Spirit Foxes are just going to keep tapping us. Luckily, it went for our last slot for whatever reason. Didn't even have any mana. Well, we got Bonnie Rose. I think I'm going to not cast her just so the AI gets distracted and goes for her. We'll take that right there, get a brown, get our other mana. Oh, wait, never mind. We already got the red, so that we didn't need it. But he got a little distract right there off the skull. We kind of don't really need the explosion. I guess we throw a Bonnie. The only problem with throwing a Bonnie right now is he will start draining it. So maybe I will go for the explosion, even though we kind of don't need it in this particular instance. But it's just going to drain us anyway. So let's let it start draining. See what it goes for. Okay, there it goes on the Nakriza. And as soon as all the drains go down, we can kind of start accumulating our mana and getting back up. So we'll take that. And we do get it off the extra turn. Nice. Skull Distract, I'm not quite sure if I should go for or not. I just noticed that it's using a really weird team that is forcing me to have to kill a Tiro first because it's using the triple Spirit Fox. All the attacks that I have that are targeted will need to go directly towards the Death Knight class, which will then end up death marking us, but shouldn't be too huge of a worry as we will have plenty of summons on our team, and even if one goes down, the other one will be able to replace it out. Still haven't been able to get Sir Gwayne up. But of course, this isn't meant to be too quick of a team. It's meant to be a safe team. Pretty much all Guild War teams are made to be like that. Doesn't really matter what their win speed is. It just matters if they end up winning, and if they end up winning with everything. But there we'll go. Still need to get our gold up quite a bit more. Our Bonnie Rose does not have the damage that it needs to really be able to kill. Even right here, it doesn't look like we have it. We'll be 2 damage off, but we can do it off of an explosion, so we'll be able to get the rest of it up that way. And it doesn't get a skull or anything. We'll do this on... which one has a wider spread? I think it looks like a red. So we'll go for red right there. We do get death marked on everything, of course. We do get a nice extra turn, though. And it can't use stealthy anymore, since everything left on its team does have the stealthy. So none of it has stealthy now. So we'll just go down the line, since we can also do skulls and everything like that. We are starting to get our gold up a little bit more. Still not as high as I wish it would be. But we'll work on that throughout the battle until we can start getting it to nearly one-shot range. We do have Sir Gwayne up, though I don't know if we're going to be able to really get the cast. Of course, his cast, even if he doesn't get summons, does create 8 brown and 8 blue, which we will be able to utilize off the board. And I think I will use it right now. So we'll go see. Maybe we'll get our extra turn off of it. No, we do not, but we do get some of the mana that we needed. We didn't end up getting all the way. Oh, and it does kill one of our summons. So hopefully Gwayne will not end up dying. We would be nice if we could get his mana back up so we can recast him. So we'll see what happens as far as death marks are concerned on our next team. Or next turn. Okay. So this skull, I think I am going to go for just to tap it down a little bit. I don't believe we're going to be able to kill it off of explosions. But I do want to try getting Sir Gwayne up. He's still a death mark too, gosh. Do I explode now or not? I think I do. We're going to explode now. Hopefully get all of his mana. Oh, never mind. The reds are being blocked, so never mind. Yeah, he's not going to get max there. Nope, but we do get off the cascade, so that's good. It does get skull distracted. And we can kill it off an explosion if we do it. No, never mind. Brown won't do it. Never mind. Nope. Oh, no, purple will. Yeah, purple will be enough to hit all of them if I want to kill it that way. We already have everything up. I don't know for sure if we really need to do that. I'm a little bit scared of what might happen with Sir Gwayne. He's our last summon. And he's kind of in a position that he can't really do anything, but we'll throw the purple right there. That will be the kill. Just get some of its mana back up, and almost all of it off the cascade, so that's pretty good. Please get cleansed already. Okay, good. It did get the cleanse. So I will throw its ability down. Of course, it will summon a Sword's Edge there. And we end up getting the Wolf Knight. And of course, Wolf Knight has 50% this week as well. Not one of the better options, though. If you want to build a true damage team earlier on in the game, Wolf Knight is definitely a good option. And the fact that it has 50% extra stats this week is definitely pretty huge. So we'll throw down another explosion right here. Keep those going. We are eventually going to be losing a Ragnagord. He was never really meant to stay alive. He's only for the very early mana generation to get your team rolling. Plus he has an okay attack value. Not compared to Knights though. Knights have insanely high, Sword's Edge Knights have insanely high damage this week. So we can go for a Bonnie Rose kill. That should be enough. Yes, that will be enough damage. So we'll go for the Bonnie Rose kill right there. Take a red next turn. Our gold is almost to the point where it's max, getting really close. I don't believe we'll actually end up reaching it by the end of the battle. It's a little bit hard to get that to max when we don't actually have anything designated to getting that gold up quicker. But 84, almost there. But we'll just do a standard skull and then explode. And I think we can just wrap that up with a Bonnie then on our following turn. So we'll move that right down, and that does look like a Bonnie kill right there. So that is match. And there we go. That is basically what a Sir Gwayne can do on a red day. Red is still, I would say, one of the weaker days. I end up saying that purple and red were the two weaker days. There's a whole poll on the forum. I'll probably put it in the description below if you want to vote on it. But currently, I think red is in the lead with 50% of the vote. But there is a red team that you can do with Sir Gwayne that may end up helping you. It's also relatively cheap. Not like the excessively cheap, but everything in here is an epic. The only problem is all of these are non-kingdom epics, which means you have to get them randomly from a drop. As far as traits are concerned, the only thing you really need traded in this particular team is Ragnagord up to his fast. So you don't really need any of the other traits. They're kind of just, they don't really do too much. Maybe up to Bonnie Rose's fast as well. Fast is a pretty decent trait. Of course, it's nowhere near as powerful as Empowered, but on troops that actually have pretty good abilities, they can be relatively useful. But anyways, that is everything with the current event and event objectives this week. If you guys have any other questions about anything, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Also, before I end, one other thing. Redeem codes are working again today. So I haven't actually checked them, but I will be giving one out, assuming that it works later in my stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be doing those for all of our streams from now on, again, assuming that those are indeed working again. Salty ended up contacting me, and she said that they were, so hopefully they are. Anyways, hope you all have a wonderful week, and best of luck with the Guild Wars. See you all later. Goodbye.